Right now, Sarasota police are trying to identify this man who police say was trying to smash a car window and break in.
The tax filing deadline is today. If you haven't filed your taxes, you're not alone. We're telling you a few ways you can make the tax filing process a little easier.
And a medical examiner has confirmed that remains found early yesterday afternoon are human remains. We'll have the latest developments. We've got your first alert weather and traffic. Good morning, Suncoast starts right now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5.
Good morning to you, and thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Stephanie Webb. A little chillier start to your day. Right now, we're going to check in with the fabulous meteorologist Wendy Ross. We haven't seen you in so long. Welcome back.
Good morning. I wanted to sleep in this morning. You know, it's nice and cold. Oh my gosh. You're going to feel it when you walk out the door this morning because temperatures in the 50s and even some 60s around. We have clear skies and the winds finally have calmed down. So that's some good news right there. But take a look at these temperatures. A little bit warmer at the beaches. Longboat Key reporting 65, Sarasota 59, Lakewood Ranch is 57 degrees. You move farther inland and we're seeing temperatures in the low 50s right now, but we don't have a cloud in the sky. So if you're heading out the door, just keep in mind it's also very crisp feeling, 51 degrees as far as the dew point is concerned. The winds are calm. They're coming in out of the northwest at around 3 miles per hour. And no matter where you go, we've got those winds coming in out of the north, and that's going to be the way it is out throughout the day today. We're going to see those calm winds coming out as a result of high pressure that's sitting on top of us, and that's providing us the fair skies. So what we're looking at over the next several hours is you're going to see those temperatures increasingly warming up. We're eventually going to get to about 76 for the daytime high. And Stephanie, there isn't going to be a cloud in the sky. It's going to be one of those beautiful days. Remember it. You're going to want to remember it in September, that's for sure.
That is a great point, Wendy. We are going to hold on to today. Thank you so much. Let's take a look outside your first alert traffic out there this morning. Roads are pretty congestion-free at this point at 5:02. The roads are looking pretty free. Not too much to see in Manatee County. Go a little farther south into Sarasota County. Again, those roads are great. Nothing to see out there. No real blips, as Ray Collins, who's on vacation this week, not on these roads this morning. And a little farther south in the area, those roads are actually looking pretty decent too. If you're heading down to Port Charlotte this morning, you've got nothing to worry about if you're leaving here within the next few minutes. Well, the tax filing deadline is finally here. Today is the day, but still, no worries. You're actually not alone if you haven't filed yet. Almost 14 million people around the country still have not filed yet as of today. Now here with some last-minute tips is ABC 7's Marla Spence. Marla?
Good morning, Stephanie. Making the tax filing process is exactly what the Internal Revenue Service is looking to do today, especially for those who are probably already stressed out over filing their taxes last minute. Now, since today is the deadline, many will be rushing to get those returns in. The IRS says rushing can result in making mistakes. Filing electronically can help take care of this problem. Using online tax preparation sites will flag any errors, prompt you for any information that is needed, and also do the calculations for you. If you just can't seem to get around to doing your taxes today, you can file a 6-month extension. Remember, an extension to file is not an extension to pay your taxes. Taxpayers can pay all or part of their estimated income tax due and let the IRS know that the payment is for that extension. Not paying can result in penalties and interest, and you can request a filing extension through the IRS website through a free file link or by filing Form 4668 and making sure you postmark it if you plan to send it in through mail. Now, coming up at 5:30, we're going to be telling you a few places, including the Boys and Girls Club here in Sarasota, that is looking to help anyone who can't seem to get a grip on filing their taxes on their own. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Marla. Well, there was a surprise twist in the legal battle involving President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Yesterday, a federal judge forced Cohen's lawyers to reveal the name of his third mystery client. ABC's Arlette Sines has a story from Washington.
Without knowing
Fox News anchor Sean Hannity at the center of a surprise twist in the legal fight involving President Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen.
There's been all kinds of wild speculation from the mainstream media today about me and President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen.
In a New York federal courthouse, a judge forced Cohen's lawyers to reveal the name of his anonymous client. On Fox News, Hannity explained his relationship with Cohen.
Michael Cohen never represented me in any legal matter. I did have occasional brief conversations with Michael Cohen. My questions exclusively almost focused on real estate.
Hannity is one of 3 on Cohen's client list. The 2 others, President Trump and former Republican fundraiser Elliot Broidy. Last week, Cohen was the target of an FBI raid that seized a host of documents, including some possibly related to Cohen's $130,000 hush payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels days before the 2016 election. Cohen's attorney called the raids unprecedented, arguing against having a separate team of prosecutors go through materials to decide what's privileged and what can be examined by investigators. But a judge rejected that request. Daniels attended Monday's hearing as a spectator.
My attorney and I are committed to making sure that everyone finds out the truth and the facts of what happened.
Prosecutors will put the seized documents in a searchable database but not review any of the material. That database will be provided to lawyers for the president and Cohen, and the parties will meet again in court in a few weeks. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Today, investigators in Sarasota will try to determine if human remains found yesterday are that of missing teen Jabez Spann. Now, they were found in the 1900 block of Gillespie Avenue in Sarasota, not far from where Spann went missing back in September. Those remains were discovered by some young kids that were simply playing near a body of water in a drainage ditch in the area. The Sarasota Police Department, including their dive team, spent hours yesterday on the scene combing through the area.
It's unknown if it's an adult or if it's a child, but I can tell you that every member of the Sarasota Police Department is going to work as quickly and as diligently as possible to determine exactly who these belong to.
Me, him, and another cousin have found bones a couple days ago, but we didn't expect anything about it. We thought it was like a cat or a dog or something like that. And then today we found a head.
Police say that at this time in the investigation, it is too early for the medical examiner to determine the race, the sex, or the age of the person. The investigation, of course, continues. And right now, Sarasota police are trying to identify the man in this photo right here, who they say was seen trying to smash a car window. Police say the man, wearing all black and carrying a large black duffel bag, was seen throwing a rock at the back window of a car. Now, if you recognize him, you're asked to contact the Sarasota Police Department. Also, right now, a Sarasota man is behind bars this morning after deputies say he stole a car while a 9-year-old child was still in the back seat. Thankfully, she was able to escape the car before he drove off. It happened Saturday in the parking lot of Lowe's off of Fruitville Road in Sarasota. Now, as the victim was loading mulch into his car, deputies say White jumped in the front seat and drove off. Following the chase, White was captured and taken into custody near the intersection of Bee Ridge and Cattleman Road. Now, he faces charges of carjacking, kidnapping, and vehicle theft. And after a 5-day trial, a Jacksonville man has been found guilty of sharing child sexual abuse videos online. Jason Heisel faces between 5 and 40 years in federal prison and life on supervised relief after he serves his sentence. An online investigation was conducted looking for those who were using the internet to trade in child pornography. Now, a host computer that was traced to his home was found. It had 48 videos depicting children being abused. Those videos were being offered for both distribution and downloading. And happening now, the Florida Commission of Agriculture plans on sending 20 additional firefighters to help fight that Oklahoma wildfire that's now burning at just over 247,000 acres. Now, some of the crews that they're sending will help the frontline firefighting. Others will help create a fire line around that perimeter to help keep the fire contained. And going on this week, you are looking live at Laurel Oak Country Club. Is Ray Collins out there? Where the top tennis players in the world will be in Sarasota all week long for the Open. Those games will be continuing all week, and we will have all the updates for you. Well, their two-game playoff winning streak came to a halt last night. The Tampa Bay Lightning tried to go up 3-0 in their first-round playoff series against the Devils. Now, Tampa did take a 2-1 lead in the third period before giving up 2 goals to go down 3-2. 2 late empty net goals sealed the Bolts' fate, losing 5-2. New Jersey takes the win. It is now 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. All right, still to come on Good Morning Suncoast. We've got the latest in your first alert weather and traffic. Going to be a gorgeous day. The Bush family is speaking out about Barbara Bush's health as well. They're going to be talking about her amazing legacy over the years. And coming up a little later in the hour, a new surveillance video shows a murder suspect talking to a Bradenton woman. Why police need your help today. Stick around. We've got more on the way. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7.
Don't miss Southwest Florida's largest barbecue and bluegrass event at the Venice Airport Festival grounds. Taste genuine competition barbecue and listen to award-winning bluegrass entertainment. Join us for a finger-licking and hot-picking good time. Free admission and parking. Go to suncoastbbqbash.com for details.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Well, the biggest problem you're going to have today is trying to figure out how to dress, because when you start out this morning, it's a little on the chilly side, but we're going to have so much sunshine today that you are going to be warming up throughout the day. So general warm up for us, we're going to see our temperatures back up around the mid 70s and light winds. Those winds are finally dying down. But as you can see, this is a look at radar right now, and there is nothing to show you. So we don't even have a passing cloud in the sky. Things are very quiet. We have high pressure on top of us, and so those winds are being driven down from the north. That's what's helping to keep us on the cold side. But you'll notice that we've got some clouds out here, but we're going to be seeing nothing but sunshine throughout the day today, and that's going to affect mostly the entire state. We may get a passing cloud down around the Fort Myers area, but that's going to be about it. It's going to be just nothing but beautiful today. Our futurecast is showing that we're not going to be getting any cloudy weather, and this is not just for today, but if you're making plans for tomorrow and Thursday, we are looking at some beautiful weather over the next couple of days. And this is all thanks to that cold front that came in over the weekend and really helped to cool us off, and really is going to be responsible for all of this wonderful weather that we're getting over the next couple of days. So winds have died down. We're looking at 5 to 6 mile per hour winds throughout the day, mostly being driven in from the northwest, and this is going to be true all the way through the morning hours and through the rest of the day as well. And you can see this is true all along the west coast of Florida. So all the advisories that we had in effect, the small craft advisories and the high surf advisories, all those have now come to an end. They ended last night, and so they're no longer in effect for us. Temperatures right now are warmer at the beaches. So if you're in Longboat Key or Siesta Key, you're looking at readings in the 60s. Venice also 60 degrees. Boca 67 as well. So those temperatures are a little bit warmer, but as soon as you get onto the mainland, we are looking at those temperatures in the upper 50s from Bradenton, Sarasota, down through parts of Venice reporting 60 degrees. And then as you move farther into the interior part of our viewing area, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 50s right now. And our dew points are going to stay low as well. That's what's helping to create very comfortable conditions out there. Notice over the northern part of the state they're in the 30s, but for us they're mostly in the 40s and 50s, and that will remain with us over the next couple of days. So again, this comfort level that we're feeling out there, that crispness in the air, that's going to stay with us as well. So those are things to look forward to. And if you're heading off to the beach, this is going to be wonderful, wonderful for us the next couple of days. Wind still coming in out of the north at 10 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, and a light chop out on the bay and inland waters. 76 for the daytime high. Plenty of sunshine around. The Gulf water temperature is 73 degrees. And as we can take a look at our 7-day forecast, just take a look at this. It really isn't going to get a whole lot better than this. Today we get up to a high of 76 degrees, and then the warm-up really begins in earnest on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Notice we're just going up incrementally all the way through Monday of this coming week. We start to get rain back in the forecast beginning on Sunday. Sadly, we're going to see part of our Sunday possibly getting a 20% chance of rain, but then on Monday and Tuesday, we're back up to about 40% chances. So we're looking good this week. Stephanie.
All right, thank you so much, Wendy. Let's take a look outside to that first alert traffic once again. Again, Manatee County running smooth at this hour of the morning. Nothing too much to see in that area. Heading a little farther south into Sarasota County. Again, those roads are looking pretty decent. Little blip right there on Clark Road, but just a little area of construction. Nothing to worry about this time of the morning. If you're heading into Port Charlotte or Venice or anything farther to the south, again, those roads are running free and clear this morning. Not too much to see in your first alert traffic at 517. Well, this weekend, Florida, the Constitution Revision Commission is back in session, and that means some changes in what you could be seeing on your next ballot. Now, the commission approved 8 revisions that will be placed on the 2018 general election ballot in November, including adding term limits to school board members, protecting our state and waters from oil drilling, as well as an amendment about property rights, the lobbying and abuse of office by public officers, and dog racing. Now, these are all things that will be on the ballot for you to vote on come November. And an update this morning from the Bush family. Former First Lady Barbara Bush is now surrounded by her family, and she's described as being in, quote, great spirits. Now, her loved ones also say that she is the fighter of the family. In Houston, those who work with the former First Lady saw her literally changing lives through her mission of literacy. Christine Dobbin reports.
The persistence and passion of Mrs. Bush can be seen here at the Harris County Library that bears her name.
It's not only the children that she impacts in terms of thousands of children that has been in, but families who have been impacted through her work in terms of literacy.
Today, a big milestone, the first shipment of new books on the road to recovery from Harvey. The first floor of the library was destroyed by flooding. The entire collection of children's books destroyed. Now the county hopes to reopen sometime in May. Mrs. Bush is passionate in her belief that many of our nation's problems could be solved if every man, woman, and child could read and write. She has a very special place on a wall mural overlooking the children's section.
Literacy starts at a very young age, and so with the work and dedication that she has in terms of doing, supporting youth literacy, it really has impacted families across Harris County. It's thousands, into the thousands.
Pictures of the library archive show her visits through the years. You can see reading and children bring a glimmer to her eye and a joy to her heart.
Her legacy will go on for decades and decades to come. You know, as long as people can read or have challenges in terms of reading, her work will still be needed.
She has said, libraries are more than a home for books. Libraries are information centers that allow us to learn more about ourselves and the world in which we live.
All right, some very interesting things there. And of course, Barbara had been battling both congestive heart failure and pulmonary disease as well. They do report that she is home. She is with her family right now as well. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, why T-Mobile has been hit with a massive fine. And the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport may have just picked up Allegiant as a low-budget option. But will 60 Minutes Sunday night expose on the airlines be good or bad for business? We have those stories and more when we come back. But right now, let's take a live look from outside our window to space. That is right. There is a live look into space. Thanks to NASA for bringing us this one this morning. We have more news ahead for you. You are watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
SRQ recently picked up Allegiant Airlines as another option for Suncoast travelers. But now a report by 60 Minutes on Sunday night blasts the safety record of Allegiant, and it may have you thinking twice about booking a flight with a low-fare airline. One Sarasota resident frequently has family flying into and out of both St. Petersburg and Punta Gorda airports on Allegiant. He even has a flight on Allegiant leaving from SRQ in less than a month. But after seeing the report and conducting his own research, he's having second thoughts on going through with that flight.
I was quite alarmed. I don't live in fear, and I'm not a naysayer, but boy, you know, this really has me thinking.
Now, we were able to speak with the CEO of the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport. He says that he looks to the FAA to oversee and enforce any issues that it may have with the airline. And some well-known entertainers are sharing the stage with the survivors of the Parkland school shooting. A benefit concert for shooting victims and survivors got underway last night in Sunrise. Students from Stoneman Douglas High School performed some new music written in collaboration with 5 different professional composers. The act also included Matthew Morrison, you know him from Glee, Rachel Bloom from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
These kids have been living with this for 2 months now, and talking about this heavily for 2 months. So I can't imagine the strain and there's just the weight on their shoulders every day. So it's I'm getting a little piece of it, and I was not even there.
And I think that this is an example of why theater and why the arts in our schools is so important, because the arts, it's communication of ideas, and that's how you change the world.
The show was titled From Broadway with Love, a benefit concert for Parkland, USA. Well, tech giant T-Mobile has been hit with a massive fine after using fake ringtones for calls that couldn't actually connect. ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have all the details in this morning Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a big fine for T-Mobile.
The wireless company has agreed to pay a $40 million settlement with the government. It was accused of using fake ringtones to give owners the impression that faulty calls in rural areas were actually getting through. Netflix is reporting a huge increase in subscribers.
Yeah, the company now has 125 million customers worldwide. Its stock has been soaring in after-hours trading. Take a look at this. The stock was trading at $143 a year ago. This morning, wow, $323 a share. And Sega is getting nostalgic, offering a new version of one of its most popular gaming systems.
It's going to release the Sega Genesis Mini later this year. The Mini is celebrating the 30th anniversary of the original Sega Genesis. No details yet on the price. I wonder if that'll also be Mini.
I guess, just need to find one of those compact disc things.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, sponsored by Xeljanz.
Needles, essential for the cactus, but maybe not for people with rheumatoid arthritis, because there are options, like an injection. Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well enough. Xeljanz XR can reduce pain, swelling, and further joint damage even without methotrexate. Xeljanz XR can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz XR if you have an infection, tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz XR and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you are in a region where fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Needles. Fine for some things, but for you, one pill a day may provide symptom relief. Ask your doctor about Xeljanz XR, an injection.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today.
Call 800-457-2317.
Go online or visit a Target store today.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
Why President Trump is reportedly trying to block new sanctions against Russia.
And the tax filing deadline is today. If you're having a hard time filing your taxes, we're telling you a few locations and a few professionals that's on their way to help right here at the Boys and Girls Club.
And if your kids are looking for their very first summer job, we've got some tips that can help. We have those stories and more, plus your first alert weather and traffic. It all starts right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30.
Good morning to you on this Tuesday morning. It is tax day. I'm Stephanie Webb. Ray Collins is on vacation all this week, as is John Scalzi. It was his birthday yesterday, so if you're friends with him on Facebook, give him a little birthday love this morning. In John's place today is First Alert forecaster Wendy Ross. Wendy, it is a little chilly to the start of the day. It was a little cold out there this morning, kind of like yesterday.
Well, I think what's going to happen is the people are going to have a tough time trying to figure out how to dress for the day, right? Because you're going to have to layer just a little bit more. You're going to start off on the chilly side with temperatures mostly in the 50s for a large part of our viewing area. But as you can see along the coastline, it's just a little bit warmer, but it's still going to be on the chilly side for most Floridians. If you are heading out the door, just keep in mind that we don't have to worry about the winds and we don't have to worry about any rain. It is going to be absolutely beautiful today with lots and lots of sunshine, and it's going to feel crisp because the dew point levels are low. 51 degrees there. The humidity is moderate, 75%, but the winds have finally died down. They're coming in out of the north-northwest at around 3 miles per hour. And this is going to be true throughout the day. We're going to get those northerly winds. It won't be until they start to shift around towards the northeast that we're going to begin to warm up, and we will see those temperatures back up into the mid-70s later on today. So this is how it looks like this morning. Throughout the morning hours, we're going to be in the 50s, but as the day wears on, notice these temperatures warming up very nicely. Plenty of sunshine. It's just a great reason to get outdoors if you can. Stephanie.
All right, thanks, Wendy. Let's take a look outside to your First Alert traffic. The nice thing is that it's a pretty slow go this morning. Not too much traffic notes to tell you about. Starting to see a little blip right there on State Road 70 between 301 and 75 in Manatee County. If you're headed a little farther south into Sarasota, those roads are still looking pretty decent. A little bit of a congestion issue right there as you come off of 75 on Fruitville and come off of 75 on Bee Ridge roads as well. A little farther south in the area if you're headed toward Venice or maybe Northport or even Port Charlotte. Those roads at this time are still running pretty smooth. It is 5:32, and that is your First Alert traffic. President Trump is now reportedly trying to block a new set of sanctions against Russia, supposed to go into effect as of yesterday. So why? Well, ABC's Kenneth Gibson has the latest.
This morning, mixed messages from the Trump administration about how to punish Russia for supporting Syria's use of chemical weapons.
So you will see that Russian sanctions will be coming down. Secretary Mnuchin will be announcing those on Monday.
Just one day after UN Ambassador Nikki Haley's announcement, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders would only say the White House is considering additional sanctions. The Washington Post reports President Trump himself has decided to hold off because the president was not yet comfortable with imposing sanctions on Russia. The decision comes as chemical weapons investigators say they're being denied access to the attack site by Syrian authorities. The attack outside Damascus was used to justify a U.S.-led airstrike, which Russia calls a violation of international law. For the first time this morning, we're hearing from survivors of that attack. He says there was a strong chlorine smell and yellow dust covered the entire area. And this morning, an urgent new warning about Russian hackers. The FBI and Homeland Security say state-sponsored Russian hackers are targeting millions of American companies, small businesses, even homes. They're accused of secretly launching a campaign to use internet routers to commit espionage, steal business and design secrets, and potentially launch future attacks. Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Well, the tax filing deadline is officially here. It is today. No worries, though. You're actually not alone. And good news, there still is time to not only get some last-minute tax help, but in some cases, you can get it for free. ABC 7's Marla Spence is live this morning, and she has all the details. Marla?
Yes, Stephanie, that's right. Help is on the way for those who are just having a hard time filing those last-minute returns. Tax professionals with United Way's volunteer income tax assistance will be here at the Boys and Girls Club starting at 9:30 this morning. If you made less than $66,000 last year, they'll be here to help you. You'll have your federal tax return prepared electronically and direct deposited for free. A few items you should bring if you think that this service is helpful towards you will be last year's returns, your Social Security card, your photo ID, of course, your W-2s, a voided check for direct deposit, and all forms for mortgage and education expenses. Now, those professionals, like I said, will be lending a helping hand at 9:30 at the Lee Wetherington Boys and Girls Club, and they'll be here until 12:30, and they'll also be at the United Way Suncoast Sarasota area office from 2 to 6 this evening. Reporting live in Sarasota, Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. Some new surveillance video shows a murder suspect talking to a Bradenton woman. Investigators say she later killed to steal her identity. Now, the video shows Lois Rice at a Fort Myers restaurant talking with Pamela Hutchinson. The Bradenton woman was found shot to death in a Fort Myers condo just a few days later. Her credit cards, her driver's license, and her car were all missing. The search continues for Rice today, who authorities believe fled to Texas. Now, that manhunt actually began back in March after Minnesota authorities say she killed her husband. She's considered armed and dangerous. And new developments this morning in a hazing case at Florida State University. 20-year-old Andrew Coffey was found unresponsive after a party hosted by the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity back in November. Now, 5 of the 9 students charged with his death have accepted a plea deal in the case. Now, that plea deal requires 60 days in county jail and 2 years of probation with no alcohol. Coffey's family approved those conditions and shared their grief in court.
Has been tragically taken away from us, and we will never be able to understand that. Andrew died alone in a room full of people, and we will never be able to understand that.
While 4 other students charged in Coffey's death are now going to be taking their chances at trial, his family is going after the National Pi Kappa Phi organization. And now hiring. They're still hiring. Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight says that they still need to hire 14 deputies to patrol 12 elementary schools as part of the School Resource Deputy Program. Pretty good gig, too. The deputies are going to work about 10 months a year, reportedly make $43,000 annually once they do get certified. That program overall will cost $1.1 million. Well, if you have teens, they may be anxious to finally get their first summer job, finally make their own money, but it's not easy to score that very first job. Raycom News Network's Rachel DePalma has some great advice for parents.
If you've got a teenager in your house who needs to line up a summer job, this is the prime time to do it. According to research from Snag-a-Job, nearly 3/4 of employers fill their summer positions by the end of May. That gives you some time to help your teen put together a resume. Start looking for leads. The competition for summer work is fierce again this year, but there are ways to help your teen stand out. Make sure they put details in their resume. Simply writing babysitter doesn't create the same impression as child care provider for 3 young children 3 days a week. Getting a letter of reference from a teacher, coach, or even a neighbor can also help. And make sure they understand they could be competing with experienced older adults for the same job. That means they may need some coaching about how to dress and answer questions during the application and interview process.
Well, another celebrity death to report this morning. Actor Harry Anderson, who became a household name in the 80s, has passed away. Police say Anderson died at his home in Asheville, North Carolina yesterday morning. Officials say that he was found at his home, but foul play is not suspected. Anderson, of course, is best known for playing Judge Harry Stone in the sitcom Night Court back in the day. It was a role that he received 3 Emmy nominations for as well. He also appeared in a number of other TV shows like Cheers, as well as movies, including the Stephen King thriller It and Tales from the Crypt on Showtime. He was 65 years old. And right now, here's another live look at Laurel Oak Country Club, where the top tennis players in the world are headed to Sarasota. The games are continuing and going on all week, and we will have all the updates. And if anyone sees Ray Collins out there this week, make sure you get a picture and tell him that he is missed here on the set. And still ahead, the latest in your First Alert weather and traffic. Plus, a new study shows that the younger generation have less and less cavities. Some good news. And although we've tried to keep the video games away from our kids, sometimes one school district is going against tradition in that case. But first, here's a look at the weather from forecaster Wendy Ross. What's coming up in weather?
Well, if you're heading off to the bus stop today, you don't have to worry about really anything more than taking a jacket with you. Temperatures in the 50s, but we warm up very nicely by the time someone picks you up. We're looking at 74 degrees, lots and lots of sunshine for the rest of today. It's just going to be a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Oh, it's going to be tough rolling out of bed this morning because it is chilly outside. You're just going to want to snuggle up just a little bit longer. However, keep in mind there's going to be plenty of sunshine throughout the day, and that sunshine is going to be warming us up so nicely. We're going to be seeing our temperatures back up into the mid-70s. The dew points are low, so there's that crispness in the air, and the winds have finally calmed down, so we are no longer feeling all of those winds, and the atmosphere is very dry. It's affecting the entire state, so no matter where you go in the state of Florida, you are going to be looking at and feeling that comfortable condition. We don't have to worry about a cloud in the sky. There isn't one. Titan radar isn't picking up anything, so we don't have anything to be concerned with. And no one is feeling sorry for us, because take a look at what's going on over the rest of the country. We do have high pressure across the southeast, so that's providing fair skies all across the southeastern part of the nation. If you are heading out to travel anywhere around the southeast, you won't have any delays as far as the weather is concerned, but we are looking at rough weather still across the northeast with a combination of rain, icy conditions, and so that's what's happening there. We're also looking at some snow and ice and some rain even over the northern plain states, but otherwise the rest of the nation is fairly quiet. That high pressure system is going to be bringing us those winds out of the north, and they're going to shift around later on in the day out of the northeast. That's what's going to help to warm us up throughout the day. We may get a passing cloud around the southern part of the state over to Fort Myers, but otherwise our weather is going to be absolutely stellar with plenty of sunshine around. And this is going to be true for us over the next several days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We are not looking at anything other than sunshine. And those winds that were so strong that brought about the small craft advisories along the coastline and the high surf advisories, those are no longer in effect. They came to an end at 8 o'clock yesterday, and we are looking at those winds out of the northwest right now. And again, as I mentioned, they'll be out of the north-northwest, and then they're going to shift around a little bit later on, 5-7 miles per hour. So presently temperatures are a little bit warmer at the coastline, 66 on Longboat Key, 63 Siesta Key, but you can see 58, 59, 58 all the way down through the coast. Boca is reporting 60 degrees. You move east of I-75 and you're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s right now. And the dew points, they're going to stay low. That's the great news. They're going to stay low all week, and so that's what's going to help to make things feel very, very comfortable for us. If you're heading out to the beach, winds will be coming in out of the north at 10 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet with a light chop. 76 degrees at the beach, lots of sunshine. The Gulf water temperature is also 73 degrees. So again, very comfortable, especially if you're going to go for a beach walk. So now this is what we can expect over the next several days. Sunshine. Sunshine. Sunshine again all the way through Friday. Saturday is going to be beautiful. Temperature high of 84 degrees. And notice that our temperatures are just going to go incrementally up all the way into the mid-80s just in time for the rest of the weekend. On Sunday is our first chance of rain, with only a 20% chance in the forecast. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're back up to around a 40% chance of rain. So a little bit better chances at the beginning of next week. Stephanie?
All right, Wendy, I'm just wondering if there's going to be any sunshine in the forecast. I'm just not so sure out there.
Sunshine.
We love this. Well, no sunshine just yet because it's still a little dark out, but some pretty clear traffic this morning in your first alert traffic. No road blips right there in Manatee County. The roads are running pretty smooth again and looking pretty good at this hour of the morning. If you're heading into Sarasota County, those roads again are looking pretty good. Starting to see a little bit of a slowdown right there at University Parkway as you come off of 75. Also a little blip right there as you come off of 75 and go on to Bee Ridge Road as well. Heading farther south in the area, again, those roads are looking good if you're headed to Port Charlotte or Rotunda West or any place like that. At this time of the morning, your commute is going to be pretty smooth. It is 5:48, and that is your first alert traffic. In this hour's Health Smart, some good news for parents, bad news for dentists. Fewer cavities are now being found in kids and young adults, but some are still at risk. Here's Melissa Rainey with today's Health Minute.
A new study from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that young people ages 2 through 19 have fewer dental cavities. That number dropped from 50% in 2012 to just over 43% in 2016. The downside of this study found that young members of some minority communities, Hispanic and African American, continue to have the highest number of cavities as well as the highest number of untreated cavities. A professor at the University of Southern California's Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry says socioeconomic status, education level, and access to health care are just a few reasons why the minority numbers are higher. Here are a few tips to good dental health. The CDC says have your child visit a dentist for a first checkup by the time they turn 1. Speak to the dentist about the child using fluoride, and make sure the child is brushing with the right tools and using good technique. For today's Health Minute, I'm Melissa Rainey.
Alabama is introducing a brand new high school sport this fall. Video games. That's right. Get this. A new sport has been approved by the Alabama High School Sports Association. It's called esports, and they're going to be featuring teams of 5 players that will sign onto their laptops and play video games against students from other schools. 3 different types of gaming will be offered: multiplayer battles, action games, and of course sports games. This is one of them that you're seeing right here, NBA 2018. And congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. He just became the first rapper in history to win a Pulitzer Prize. This year's awards were just announced yesterday, and Lamar's awards collection was expanded with the addition of a Pulitzer, chosen as the 2018 prize winner in music for his latest album. The Pulitzer folks gave kudos to Lamar for, quote, capturing the complexity of modern African American life. And of course, he's no stranger to awards. At just 30 years old, he's already won 11 Grammys. All right, ready? Get ready to say this together this morning. Aww. A new baby gorilla was born at the Smithsonian Zoo in Washington, D.C. Little Moki, which means junior or little one, was born on Sunday. Animal care staff have watched the mama gorilla named Kalela nursing her baby. He, of course, has been kind of holding close to her and like loving up on her. She has been giving him kisses and cleaning him and like holding on to him all week. Now, conservation groups list this type of gorilla, the western lowland gorilla, as critically endangered due to both disease and poaching. And of course, here is a live look outside. That is your Rosemary district this morning, getting ready to see a beautiful sunny day. Little chilly start to the morning, but it is going to warm up to be pretty much perfect. We're going to have a look at all the day's headlines when we come back. You are watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back. These are some of the headlines that we've been following for you on the Suncoast today. Today, investigators in Sarasota will try to determine if human remains found yesterday near the 1900 block of Gillespie are those of missing teen Jabez Spann. Plus, the Bolts last night in Game 3 of the first-round NHL playoffs. Dang, they were on the road in New Jersey. That final score, they lost 5-2. However, they're still now 2-1 in that best-of-7 series. And another celebrity death to report this morning. Harry Anderson, best known for his role as Judge Harry Stone on NBC's hit Night Court, passed away yesterday at his home in North Carolina. He was 65 years old. And coming up in the next hour, 3 days have now passed since the U.S., the U.K., and France launched airstrikes against Syria. The big question that everybody wants to know, what is next? GMA is going to have that story. We're going to have it for you coming up next in the 6 o'clock. But first, Wendy Ross, you're calling today very perfect. So it's quite lovely. It's a little chilly this morning, but it's going to get nicer.
It is going to get nicer. Temperatures are in the mid-50s right now to right around 60 degrees for some. But that sun is going to be warming us up throughout the day, and we're going to see lots of it. So that's kind of nice.
We like all
You're
those
heading
words.
out the door. Just layer. That's what you have to do.
You heard it here first. Layer, folks, layer. We'll be back with another full hour of news right here on Good Morning Suncoast. You're watching ABC 7.